What? How?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Oh. Is it on now? Oh god. Oh my. So I've just been informed
Bomb
that
located by attackers.
for the past 4 rounds, the game has not even been visible. Oh well, you know, fresh beginnings, I guess. You know what? It was more like a radio show or an audio book for the last 4 rounds. You know, we're just soothing people for now, and now we're getting into the action. As you can actually, oh look at that. My eyes, they're beautiful. The game, it's beautiful. The graphics, oof. So to everyone watching, you're welcome. Wow. Anyway, moving into round number 5, or for you lot, round number 1. Hey, we're going to be seeing the bathroom teleside getting played now, of course, 2-2. Just to keep you guys informed. Red Cannon, please don't say you put... Oh, he is. Right, the hatch is open at least this time, but I mean... Fella, I'm going to be honest. You've played it twice. You've died twice. His only deaths have been playing in this position. I really hope he can rectify himself, but is that the sound of a frag grenade getting cooked? Potentially. It's going to get thrown, not going to be able to find any damage. I mean, he has lost a tiny bit of HP, but I do believe that is from the running through the walls. The second frag grenade almost finds him, but he drops down the hatch. The smart move this time around, Nordest as well, taking control. Oh, he's looking through these holes that are being made from below by Red Cannon. He's still contesting multiple holes that he's creating here, which is interesting to see. Greasy Master's going to be the first one to fall as Callum takes him down. The DMR clearly not good enough in this situation as the 416 overpowers it, but you know, he's going to be using that to try find the location of any. Not successful, of course, but I mean, I'm not sure if he's aware. Yes, he is, but oh no, Ultra's the one to find him as the cross angle is beautiful. A beautiful team swing there. Crack's going to go for a swing himself and does manage to find a Glorious as well, and it's a 2 versus 5 already with 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Emma Term switching to the Bear 9, not quick enough, unfortunately. Seems like Cracked has the fastest hands in the West, and Nordest is now the last man standing with still half the round to play. The diffuser is on the ground, and he's got a long way to go if he wants to pull this round back. And I mean, at this point in time, do you really just try to have a think? Try to understand what made you lose this round? Because I'd honestly say some solo plays, you don't know where the defenders are. He does manage to find one, so of course it is still possible, and he's got crosshairs on when the next defender is, and he finds that one as well. Oh my god, in the third! Never mind! He could actually win this! Potentially getting a 4th, yes he does! Oh my god, there's no way he gets the ace. Oh my god, he's getting the shots on Ultra now. Does he have the case? No, he doesn't. But he's inside the site, and I don't know if the side of the VULPES know that. If he clutches this, I swear to whatever is above, this man is a go, and yes he is! A 1 versus 5 for Nordest. What? That is unbelievable. Right. VULPES, please, I was going to say the side of Eternity needs to have a talk with themselves. No, it's the VULPES that really need to have a talk with themselves there. How are you letting yourselves get 1 versus 5? Oryx was just taking a casual run around the map. Sprinting, got caught off guard, and oh my. That is unbelievable. I mean, you could tell I didn't know what to say. I was just having a little bit of a stroke, it seemed. But anyway, we have to move on from that, unfortunately, but that's unbelievable. The one thing that is a little bit of an issue to me there, of course, is 5 out of 6 of his kills were in that one round, but of course he's now going heavily positive, and I said earlier that he wasn't really doing too much of his job on that like the first entry fragger roll. And well, he doesn't need to be getting those entry kills if he's clutching a 1 versus 5 like that. Unbelievable pace. I mean, he was playing patient initially, but when he needed to, well, step on the gas, he did, and it worked out. And I mean, VULPES really need to like have a talk there. You're playing too aggressive. You need to just play the side, play the time, and they could have won that round, 100%.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Alright, now we're moving into round number 6. Ultra's playing upstairs with this Mozzie, and something I've not seen in a while is seeing well, something that I want to see anyway, that of course is not getting brought, is my favourite combo of Mute and Muzzy. I miss it so much. Greasy Master maybe almost getting taken out there as he was, well, very close to a defender whilst he was opening that window. Going to be taking those shots all the way into office from the nice little angle. Going to be getting contested though with three little quick peeks. Can't hit his shots. Of course, going 2 and 5 at the moment. Not really getting the most impact. And Noit, there he is. The man I keep talking about is the one to get the first pick onto Callum. And it seems like in the past few rounds, Callum has fallen rather early on. And I mean, he's still getting impact, of course, 5 and 5. But he's playing this Jaeger, playing this aggressive defender. So it is understandable. I mean, you really need to be winning more of these initial first fights. And I mean, oh my... What? Is that wall even open? Or is he just wallbanging them? Ultra with a beautiful... Yeah, I'm the same Nordes. Oh, it's a punch hole. Well, anyway, Cracker's gonna be downed now, so it's a 3 versus 3. It momentarily make it a 2 versus 3 as Cracker's not gonna be able to get recovered. And well, that's Emma term now. With 2 nice little, well, 1 kill and a nice little cleanup. TKR King and Red Cannon now against these 3 remaining members of the side of Eternity, of course. I'd say, well, it's the more flex and support players remain, and the Glory is going to be using this IQ scanner to try and find these Valk cams. And I mean, if you really know that this IQ is getting brought, is it really worth bringing the Valk? I'm not too sure. I feel like you could make adjustments here, but it's all up to them, of course, as the team. But the Mozzie Pest, I'm not too sure where that was, but they've got plenty of time. They've got a minute left. They've already spotted out. Oh my! A Red Cannon doesn't see the location of that drone either. They know where he is. There we go. He finally sees it. Misses the shot. This is dangerous for him now. TKR King, of course, does have a cross angle, which is very nice in case they decide to drop the hatch. Now the main hatch into bathroom is getting opened up, which is going to allow them to drop directly into the site. A Glorious now going to be peeking this hatch, of course. Still, it is very dangerous to do so. Oh, but Red Cannon, he's jumped up the hatch! Oh my god! And he manages to take out a Glorious, and that is Oryx. That's how you play him. Getting a beautiful pick there, using that ability to jump up, find the pick, and return it right back down. And with 15 seconds, this is in favour of the defenders now, of course. They've got to get this plant down. Opening up that angle to try to deny the plant. He's not going to be able to, of course, as he's tucked away more in the corner. The C4 misses as well. All you need is the defence, and it's there. TKR King dies as well, and Red Cannon falls soon after. Greasy Master on that DMR needs to take away what I said earlier on, as he's finding the 2 final picks of the round and bringing yet another round for Eternity as we go on to the Switch. Alrighty, so before the game as well, I had another conversation about talking about how much Frost gets played nowadays inside of well, any league play, T4, T3, T2, T1. We see a lot of Frost get played, and I mean, there we are. We're seeing a Glorious on this Frost. Of course, Frost is such a versatile operator. Honestly, people used to, well, hate Frost and say that the gun was terrible, but no, I believe it is one of the better defender weapons. You've got that 1.5, it has 0 recoil, a nice magazine size, of course the fire rate isn't incredible, but those other aspects do redeem it. It's got decent damage as well, and I mean, when you've got a shield as well, which is one of the, if not the best defender gadget, along with a shotgun to make rotates, open hatches, open head height holes, foot holes, whatever you need. It's just such a versatile, and of course the welcome mats as well. May not get a lot of kills, but they are a huge distraction to any attackers pushing through. Whenever you jump through a window, whenever you go through a door, you really need to be aware for those. Alright, so the round has begun, of course, as you can see here, and well, we're going to be seeing a Lion get brought by Ultra, of course. It seems like very, very similar lineups. I mean, we're seeing the Hibana getting played, of course, and that will be, well, useful as they're going bathroom tells on this first round. Greasy Master's going to be playing the position that we saw Red Cannon playing so often earlier on, but he's going to be playing more aggressively than others. Question is, will frag grenades get thrown in? And well, his hatch ain't open, so he's got no way to escape. He's playing his life. Of course, yes, he does have this rotate, but is it going to be enough? Of course, he does have help from his fellow teammate. Noit going to be the first one to get a pick, and Greasy Master does find Cracked from that position. He's going to now start to rotate his way out, play more aggressively on this door. And I mean, do they even know the rotate's there? I'm not 100% sure. If they don't, Red Cannon could potentially fall here. The frag grenade goes out, which is giving him an indicator no one is there, but I'm just not sure if he's aware of it. I mean, Red Cannon just used the replicator to realise that he was there, but he's going to cook a frag grenade, and he's since moved. Callum does find one onto Noit, and he does find a bit of damage onto Red Cannon, not enough to take him down, of course. But, well, TKR King finds one as well, and all of a sudden, it's even. Oh my, Greasy Master playing beautifully on this position. Managing to find 2 so far. Still holding, playing for his life, but no, as he goes for the rotate, TKR King is there to collect him, bringing it to a 2 versus 2 this early on. What was that? Oh, it was a Capcan trap. I forgot he was on Capcan. Doing a bit of damage. Oh my, you really need to watch out for these Capcan traps. You've already had a teammate hit one. From now on, you just... Yeah, ... is correct there, TKR King. If Callum dies to one now, I'm done. I'm sorry, but we need to end the game. Right, he's in a 1 versus 2, of course. I mean, if they win this round, they're going to be 5-2 up, 3 rounds ahead. And I mean, it's not looking great for them. And I mean, how many rounds is that in a row? Quite a few, I do think. Unless I am wrong. And oh, Callum does manage to find one onto Emitter, leaving it in this 1 versus 1 against Nordes. Very similar in terms of well, power of the guns that they have in their hands. Of course, we see Nordes have more ammo inside of his magazine in total. Still 18x Kairos left, which does worry me a little bit, Callum. What did you do with the rest of it? I don't think he's used any of them so far. I mean, I guess they did not take map control at all, which didn't allow them to, but oh, Nordes gets caught off a little bit there as he tries to rotate. 15 seconds left. Callum's really looking for the rotate, but he looks the wrong way as Nordes takes him down, and 5-2 now for Eternity as they take that round. One thing we've not really seen too much throughout this map is operator adjustability. Like, we've not seen much options. We see the same couple of operators keep getting played. I think every single round so far in this game we have seen an Iana get brought. Of course, that's completely understandable. I mean, you want that your frag to be on this aggressive operator like Yana. I mean, we saw Knight on it on the attack, and now we see Red Cannon take the place. We're constantly seeing Lions, constantly seeing Dokkaebi's, seeing Ash get brought, Ace, of course, as the hard breach if it's not Hibana. And as well, Warden, we've seen him so many times so far. Emito's been playing him now twice in a row. We've seen the Wamai finally get him brought out, as well as a Mute, of course. Now, one thing I do like to see from the side of Eternity is, of course, with Wamai and Jaeger. Of course, when brought together, it's going to be very, very difficult for the attacking side to get any sort of grenades through. But, I mean, you've got that Twitch. You've got the potential to use those drones to destroy these ADSs and these Wamai magnets. So, if done successfully, you may be able to negate that altogether. And, I mean, that and the Mute Jammers, they're going to be the most influential thing in your way. And, I mean, question is, will he be able to use them successfully? Glorious now playing in a very weird spot there, I must say, just inside the CCTV. He's right next to the window. Nordes as well. Was he the man I was just talking about? I do believe it was. And I mean, no, it wasn't. Who? Hold on. How are you losing your smoke in the first 30 seconds? That's what I'm wondering here. Of course, as smoke, you really need to be there for the late game. Because, of course, your smoke canisters are most effective later on. And, I mean, 4 versus 5. Of course, you can still win this out. You've got a C4 in pocket of a Glorious as well. The same kit as Smoke has as well. But never mind, as Ultra's going to be taken out from behind. And this really gives me questioning about their strategy. Is they had nothing to protect them. Like, you have a player there, but, I mean, nothing else. You're not looking behind you. Surely you should know that there's a potential for a player to be there. Of course, they've got a refrag back 6 onto Cracked, but What else can they make of it? I do love Noit's position here, though, inside. And Greasy Master's yet again finding another pick. He does manage to fall. He does fall, however. But this man has really picked it up in the past couple of rounds. Unbelievable scenes from him, honestly. 2 versus 3 now. You got the Warden. Never mind, you don't have the Warden. You've just got Noit in a 1 versus 3. As they've taken control of the site. He's going to drop through the bathroom hatch. Start to rotate towards metal stairs. Surely they know this. Of course, there is only 2 staircases you can go up. And the metal ones, well, they're going to be a lot louder. As they are made, well, of metal. Going to start making his approach upwards. Tiki Arking starting to move with the diffuser in towards the site. No one to his right, so he shouldn't be too worried about that. The plant going down top of the desk, but Red Cannon's going to find him anyway. Arctic VULPES take a very nice convincing round there. One thing I do have to say though, Eternity, your strategy there inside of CCTV fell apart rapidly. Seems like you weren't aware of the locations of these attackers, but I mean, you're still 2 rounds ahead. So there's not much that you can really say there. You've got a bit of wiggle room, you've got a bit of rounds to lose potentially, so it's fine for now. Just need to watch out for the next time round. We're going to be seeing Vents and Workshop coming up next.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Well, it's done.
Discovered the location of a bomb.
Alrighty. Vents and Workshop's going to get played here, and Eternity. Every single round we've seen this top this Armory get played. We've seen that exact same thing on the double wall. We've seen a shield get played, as well as the right side of the wall being opened up. I've not really seen any of the attackers push that yet, so of course I've not been able to see if it's had impact just yet. We're seeing the mirror getting played as well, which is going to give them a bit of help when it comes to holding some of these questionable angles that the attackers may decide to peek up to, of course. And I mean, for this map in general, you don't really see a huge amount of mirror, of course. You may see her occasionally get brought for Armory. It's not too often, however. And I mean, a lot of the time, of course, you want to bring mirror so you can then swing on and potentially get a kill. But I mean, she's even just useful if you just want to look through the mirror window, of course. Give you a line of sight into the next room. Noit is he's struggling here. It's a magnet. Of course, it's going to attach to the closest metal. So, well, that's the explanation I'm going to give it. Is it more of a bug? Potentially. Who knows, right? Crack's going to be moving his way up to the east stairs, contesting these players now. He's going to be spraying through this wall, almost getting headshot. There, the grenades. Almost killing himself as well. I mean, no grenades in his pocket anymore, so that's that utility gun. He's lost a bit of HP. The Hibana pelt's going to get shot off the wall by the person tucked inside. He's going to jump his way through. Callum just jumping through, probably the pick, and well, and he's now going to be able to open up that wall. The lion scan's going out as well. Tiki King losing almost all of his HP. He's living on a thread at the moment. I mean, Callum still, though, a beautiful first pick, and I mean, well, a Glorious is down as well, which is only something I've just picked up on. And I mean, Tiki King is going to be able to collect 2 of them. And a 2 versus 5 for Eternity now. Not in a great position, I must say. And, well, they can start to use that sledge to start open up some vertical angles if they want to. But, I mean, again, they could just drop down to the hatches. And, I mean, Ultra's going to be one to find Emiturm and it's Nordes in a 1 versus 5. Can he do it again? That's my question. He's done it on the attack. Can he do it on the defense? He's going to be making his way upstairs. Does the player know he's there? No, he's on his drone. But now the rest of the attackers do know he's there. Ultra's going to be one to find him. And Arctic VULPES in round number 9. That's 2 in a row for them. And, well, Eternity getting contested now.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alrighty. Going to be seeing the bathroom tower site getting played now, of course. And I mean, earlier on when the ban phase was coming through, you, of course you wouldn't have saw it, but you would have heard me saying that Castle is very influential for this, but of course he's banned out, so that's not going to be available to them. They're going to have to hold it a different way. I mean, who knows? They may never had Castle in that lineup, regardless of which. Going to be seeing the Aruna getting brought, of course. Going to be, of course, she has a deployable camera that they can use to well locate these attackers once they decide to push through. But the main things is her usage of her arm, which of course you can punch open rotates, punch open head holes, hatches, whatever you need, and as well as her main gadget, of course, which you can, well, it'll deny the attackers, make them use a bit of utility before they can decide to push their way through. Of course, they do have plenty of utility to burn through. Of course, the frag grenades on Callum being that primary one. And honestly, if I say, of course, one more time, I'm gonna quit. Well, speaking of, there is that foothold, the feet holes from the Aruna I was talking about. They're gonna have to be precarious about that. Glorious, well, he knows that they're coming. He heard the barricade getting punched. Gonna be getting on the cams now to try and locate any attackers. Nothing there just yet, and I mean, with the IQ getting brought again, it's gonna be able to spot out some of these Capcan traps, I would hope. But I mean, oh my! Red Cannon, he learned from his mistakes when he was in that spot. He's gonna grenade that right off the bat, and Greasy Master has been taken down, of course. Well, that's a Capcan gone, and I mean, Cracked is gonna find Nordess as well, and it seems something has sparked in the side of the VULPes as they're managing to find early picks, they're managing to pick up rounds. Can they pick up this one as well to bring it even? I'm not too sure. And Red Cannon's there to find Knight as well, and it's all falling apart suddenly. Emitter, not done too much this game, of course, going 1 and 8, pushing up the stairs with the SMG-12. That gunner was mentioning earlier with the insane recoil, but he manages to control it. 2 picks are found, but the refrag is there from Callum, and the final pick from Ultra, once again in the exact same spot where he found the one last round as well. And it's all even right now, and there it is, that timeout requested by the side of Eternity. They're going to have a talk with themselves, and I mean, it is necessary. I feel like, if I'm being honest, they should have done it earlier, because now that they're even, it's a dangerous position. I wonder what they're talking about here. I feel like they really need to have a talk with themselves at this point, because you can't really go from having this many, you being this many rounds clear, to then just have it all fall apart in front of you. And I mean, it's not even been like it's been heavily close rounds. It's always been 2 picks at the start for the VULPes. And it's not something that they can keep let happen. It was looking really good for them early, but the start of the defense looked quite good. But since, I don't even know when it was, just one round, something in the VULPes must have switched, and they just started going on a tear, round after round, finding the picks. Getting the opening frags is the main thing. I feel like it might just be a hole in Eternity's defense. Maybe playing a bit too aggressive. I'm not too sure, but I feel like they might need to reel it back and just try something simple, see if they can get around that, because I mean, whoever wins this next round, it will be on match point.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
They're going to be going for this bathroom tower site, which of course we've seen a multitude of times already. Not really working too much for them. I do believe I think this is one of the sites that they've won. I'm not 100% sure. I do believe it is though. Yes, I do remember now. It was the 1 versus 1 earlier on with the Hibana looking the wrong way. But yeah. So they're going to go back to a winning site, which is good for them, of course. But again,
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not too sure what's going on here, if I'm being honest. The same exact strategy getting used on the armory wall. I feel like you really need to try something new, because not having a multitude of strategies that you can switch over to at any time, it's not really going to be beneficial for you, of course, because at some point the VULPes will find a hole in it. They will punish you for it. And I mean, that's what they have been doing round after round. But of course, this site may be different. TK Hawking, what is your DPI there? That was insanely fast. Alright, Crack's going to be the first one to, well, initialize with some bullets. Going to be almost getting a wallbang there as well. The ping on the shield was there. Not, however, staying alive, playing inside of Armory. And, well, there it is. The Alibi Prisma going to be revealing the location of one of the attackers. I do believe it was Callum. Which, well, having these two, three, even maybe 4 players upstairs is going to be quite beneficial for them, of course, once the push above does come in. Of course, you can't really push the site if you've got these players above, because, well, they'll punish you from above, of course, with the holes. But Knight is the first one to fall from the red cannon, a man who's been on fire in the past couple of rounds, and TK Hawking is the one to fall to Greasy Master. Greasy Master finding second as well. When I'm talking about on fire, in the past half of this game, it's been this man. But I mean, Red Cannon, the other guy I was just talking about, is there to retrieve him. 3 versus 3, still over half the round to play. Oh no, a Glorious was about to potentially find a pick, but falling down the hatch now. Not sure if it was on purpose or not, but he's now waiting, biding his time with this Nitro cell to see when he can throw it, potentially find a pick. I mean, all 3 of these attackers now grouped up. I don't know why I thought there was 4, but then I realised, oh wait, you've got a clone. Oh, you know what would be really beneficial right now? A Soulless. Soulless would be able to absolutely rip this attack inside to shreds, but that's unfortunate they don't have one, or a Pulse, or anything like that, you know. Right, now I'm going to be using that sledgehammer, of course, to open up some of these head holes. Now I'm going to be cooking a grenade, try to get it through the rotate. Will it find its mark? It seems like yes is the question. Will it find the pick? No. And I mean, all these defenders now just biding time, waiting for the attackers to push them, but that's not the case. As Red Cannon, 3rd of the round, he's on for an ace himself. And I mean, 35 seconds, the final push is going to have to come in soon. Emmerterm tucked away in this off angle. I'm not sure if the attackers pushing will know that he's here. The Replicator does see him though, and he's going to have to move very soon. The drop's going to follow in just a moment as well. He's going to relocate completely, which is a smart move at this point. Plant's going to have to come down very soon, or this could go in the way of Eternity as well. We see Emmerterm with the SMG-12 find one. He does fall as well, but Cracked manages to take out Nordes, who misses his shots, and that is match point for the VULPES. I want to know who switched something in all these players, because they've been playing phenomenally throughout the past couple of rounds. Observer on smoke. It is true though. If they didn't throw that 1 versus 5, they would have been ahead. Wait, no. Wait. Hang on.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Yeah.
attackers.
No. Bloody hell, my brain just went blank. Yeah. No, yeah, what? It would, yeah, VULPES would have already won, basically. If that 1 versus 5 wasn't... If it didn't happen earlier on. But I mean, it looks like it didn't really matter, honestly. Like, just every member of the side of Eternity, a lot of them have fallen asleep recently. I'd say Greasy Master is the main exception. He's been waking up in this stage of the game. I mean, if he was awake earlier on, maybe they could have got even more rounds, but I'm not too sure. But you can't really blame any single player at this point. Well, of course, you can blame some players more than others. I'd say obviously the main one you can blame really. Yes, he's on the support, but when you're going 3 and 10, it's not good enough. You really need to find the picks. Like, of course, we saw him find 1 last round, but that's 3 kills in 11 rounds, and Callum's going to be the one to find the Glorious, and well, it's all falling apart for them. They're just dying early on. I don't know if that was a wallbang. I don't know if it was if he was playing aggressive, but you're on your mirror. You're dead already. Eternity in the disadvantage. VULPES already on top, and we're seeing now that soft wall getting opened up in towards office. We do see most likely Knight tucked away in the corner, but who knows? It could be someone else. It might be the Thorn. I think it might be actually. Just trying to read from the yeah, that is Thorn. I can tell by the outline of the gun. Crack's going to be droning his way in. Greasy Master's holding Stoic now. Going to be finding the drone. Going to be playing aggressively as well. And there he is, the man I've been talking about, the redeeming man for them. Unfortunately, he only goes as far as Callum. He's going to be taking his head off with the AK-12. Still, I would say the most powerful gun in the game. Noit just managed to get a refrag onto Red Cannon. It's not going to be making any impact this round, which, well, that could be a factor which could potentially get Eternity into overtime. 3 versus 3, still over half the round to play with, though. Ultra still with 3 Lion Scans. They've still got so much utility on their side. Ace Selma goes out to get rid of that mirror window, which is going to really start to open up more angles. They're going to be jumping in towards Armory now. Of course, it's not the site. They're going to have to drop downstairs to get that diffuser down, but first Lion Scan's going to be going out. Knight's tucked away inside of Armory, and I mean, if they don't drone him out, it's going to be difficult, but oh my god, Tiki Hawking takes out Callum. It's not really what you'd be wanting here if you're wanting to close out the game. That's really unfortunate. I don't even know how that's happened. I'm just going to say it's a misinput. Calm down. Anyway, 3 versus 2, 55 seconds. Knight going for the shots, not managing to get too much damage off. The red ping is constantly going in, though, which is a bit confusing to me, if I'm being honest. Just red pings in general, I mean, I guess if you want to know the exact location, Knight's going to swing and fire 1, and he finds the second, keeping them in it. Eternity take round number 12, bringing it even at 6-6. Now we move into overtime.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Honestly, this game's a toss-up for me at this point. Because, of course, we saw VULPES dominant for so many rounds in a row, but there's always a part of my brain who thinks that Eternity could just... They could switch as well. We saw VULPES just have a complete switch a couple rounds ago. Maybe this is the start for them. One thing you really don't want to be seeing now is VULPES falling asleep. You can't really have them decline in quality. Not at this stage. They've come so far, they've pulled back so much. If they lose now, it's going to be really unfortunate for them. And I mean, it's not really what you want to be having. I mean, as we said earlier, if that 1 versus 5 never happened, VULPES would have won this map a long time ago. But, well, that's not the case. No, they're still sitting on 8 and 8. Of course, 5 kills coming in from that 1 round. Which, take that as you will. I mean, he still won them around. He kept them in this game. One thing I really do like is the gridlock getting brought for the first time. Of course, gridlock, not really someone you see getting played too often nowadays. And I mean, gadget's not the most influential. It can create a lot of noise, however, which is what they're going for. If you can see the setup, the Glaz, the Capital, the Monty, they're going for this plant. The gridlock's going to make a lot of noise. The smoke grenades are going to go out. Glaz is going to protect, and this is going to be a quick plant. And I can't wait for this to go down. They've got a perfect setup from all these players. A player on each of the windows. Sure, with the defensive side, know what's going on now. Eternity. Yeah, they're starting to put the pieces together. Smoke's going below with a shotgun. Will he be able to deny the plant? That is the question that I have. Yeah, he's going to be placing it, and oh, Red Cannon's going to find the first pick on Emerton. The plant's going to keep going down in the corner. Seems like it might be confirmed, and yes, it will. Tiki Hawking finds one with the grenade, but Greasy Master finds one onto Callum. But when you've got the Sponty alive playing here, it's going to be quite difficult. Knight manages to get retrieved. And if they know about the glitch that you can do on the shields, they might be able to get this off. Crack finds one, but the plant's going to be... the defusel's coming down, but he's not going to be able to confirm it. And a beautiful round for the VULPES. That is something I really love to see. The quick plant, and it's done almost perfectly. Losing only 1 member, I do believe, and stuff like that is what I love casting in this game. The only thing that I'd love to see now is just a full rush. Like a 5-man rush up the stairs or something. They rarely work, but it's just a joy to watch. I mean, that puts the VULPES in the lead 7-6 now, 1 round away from taking map number 1, of course, on Border, which then we would move to, I do believe it is Clubhouse after this, unless I am mistaken. I am certain, though, that it is.
Defenders,
Well,
protect
no,
your bombs
not
from
to
being
talk about
defused by
Clubhouse
attackers.
just yet as well. This is the map that we're here for so far.
Nitro.
Oh,
Bomb located by attackers.
I'm not sure if that was a mistake from Ultra or if he's just trolling at this point. But, well, that's a nice yourself gun for the side of VULPES. Maybe he's a bit... Oh, no, his controls are broken. I thought he was getting a bit confident and cocky there, but maybe that's not the
10
case.
seconds to insertion.
Unless he's lying to us, of course. But, I mean, surely he wouldn't do that to us. Surely
5
not.
seconds to insertion.
I do have to point out, by the way, every single member on the side of the VULPES is doing well. Like, of course, you've got TK Arkin going negative, but even still, he's getting picks on this support role. He's only just negative as well. If you compare that to the other side, it's not the case, and well, Cracked is going to get the first pick of the round on tonight. And, oh, being your top fragger, of course, joined with Greasy Master, it's not really what you wanted so far. No, this does find one, however, onto TK Arkin. You can see, it seems like every time, like, I mention his 8 kills, he will pick up one more, but never mind, as it's cursed. Red Cannon does manage to pick him off the board as well, bringing it to a 3 versus 4. Eternity in the deficit. They really need to win this round. They've still got the hard breach, which of course is going to be beneficial. Greasy Master, reaction time just a tiny bit too slow. Does a lot of damage, but not enough in the end. They've still got plenty of time to push, but well, the entire defensive side know which side they're pushing from. They can prepare for this. Move whatever utility they need to move. And start to prepare. Ultra, I've not seen that angle get used in so long. If you manage to get a pick from that, I'm going to be baffled. I will be honest with you. I don't think your shotgun shots reach that far, buddy. I won't lie to you. Greasy Master's going to be felled as well by Cracked, but Cracked is going to fall to Emertome now. Getting his 4th pick of the game. Maybe he can start to bring it back, or is it too late? Who knows? It's a 2 versus 3 now. I mean, the members on the side of the VULPES are on low HP as well, as Callum falls to a glorious 2 versus 2. 20 HP on Red Cannon, but I mean, with the gun in his hand, he's managed to bring so much impact. 14 kills in 13 rounds. That's over a kill per round. Unbelievable from him so far. Question is, can he keep it up to bring them this final round? Or will he be felled by one of the members of Eternity? Who knows? And I mean, they've still got plenty of time. Over a minute left to be played. I mean, they've got drones as well. 3 drones between these 2 players that they can use to locate these defenders. Still 2 ace Selmas he can use to open up some of these walls. And there it is, starting to use it, but the mute jammer is going to be stopping it, which I don't think he was aware of. Ultra playing close with the shotgun's going to be dangerous here if he decides to swing it, but no! Emertome with a beautiful pick there. Red Cannon finds one, bringing him to 1 versus 1. Can he kill him? Yes, he does! Emertome clutching out that round and keeping them alive as we move on to overtime match point. Unbelievable scenes from him. That first pick onto the mute playing in that corner. Unbelievable. The quickest peak I've ever seen. Jesus. He's keeping them alive for now. As I said, he could, and he's proved me right. Final round, we're going to be going to Armory Lockers and Archives. And I don't even know what to expect at this point. It seems like 90% of the time we are going to see Arctic VULPES get an opening pick. But can they hold on to that? We saw the answer to that was no last time. And it's the final round. I feel like whoever's on the defensive side usually would have an advantage.
Attackers need
So who knows? Eternity could have the advantage this time around. I'm not too sure. Wait, what? Can you pull up the chat a second? What was that? Did he say he's never? Oh, apparently Arctic VULPES have never scrimmed on this map. Surely not. I don't know if to believe that or not. I'm gonna not believe that for now. Because they're playing like they played it a couple times, but I mean, if not, fair play to you.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, well, we've got a bit of insider. I mean,
5 seconds left.
they haven't. They actually haven't. That is unreal.
Attackers are moving out to locate a
Well, they're playing extremely well then, bringing it to overtime match point. They were ahead for a long time as well. Oh, this is scary. You really don't want to be getting picked off early on. Not in this round. This is the round that matters most. This is the round to give you the game. Just think, all the hardships you get up to this point, it could all be taken away in a moment. But that's not really what they want to be happening here. They're really going to have to hang on. Really going to have to up their game. Everyone going to have to play at their best for this final round.
Heartbeat sensor deployed.
And it's going to be a shaky one. They're going to have to control the nerves and see what they can do here. No, that's going to be spotting out two of them, but the first man to fall is a Glorious. No glory for him on this round. Oh, and the second is Nordess as well. All the ends. Well, no, all the ends may be soon to fall after that. Glorious's fell, Nordess's fell. Greasy Man's just soon to fall after as Callum finds a double for the round, and it's a 2 versus 5. Ematerm saved them last round. Can he do it again? Noit, the man I was talking about a couple of rounds ago, manages to find one onto Ultra. Still, though, they have half the man count that the side of the VULPES have. Noit falls as well, and it's Ematerm in a 1 versus 4. No C4, just Valkyrie's weapon in hand. I forgot the name, unfortunately, but can he do it? The SMG-12 as well, potentially in the pocket. They know where he is, though. It's quite dangerous for him. 2 players on each side. Oh, I'm very scared for him. The drone's coming out. He's been spotted, and surely the attackers are going to converge on his location soon. Bullets are flying the way. He's going to try and find the pick, but no, he's not managed to find anything so far. He's running out of ammo. The swing comes round, and the pistol from a red cannon closes map number 1. An unbelievable from the VULPES as they take this first map, something that we really didn't think would happen earlier on. They were so far ahead, 5-3 or 5-2 it was, and look what's happened. Well, that's it for map number 1. We'll see you in a moment for Clubhouse, I do believe it is. Alrighty, welcome back. It is me, Excellent, with my co-caster, Excellent. Of course, I've got no one with me still. So we're going to move on to Clubhouse, of course, the map that every single team starts off with. It's the baby steps for most teams, and I've been informed Arctic VULPES love this map. They scrim this a hell of a lot. I mean, they're starting on the attack. First band coming in, I'm expecting something like Hibana, something like Ace, maybe a Maverick, potentially Thatcher, who knows? Let's see, and it's going to be Hibana, of course. Very influential since the buff a while ago now. So it's nice to remove that from the board. And one thing, I just want to see a Soloist ban. Of course, we didn't see Soloist get played a hell of a lot last game, but just ban her. Please. And right, so when I came back to casting for this league, it was brought to my attention how much Nook gets banned. And we're seeing it here now. I mean, she's incredible, I must say. For this map, like, if you watch any form of Pro League, you see her a lot. It's usually pushing from, like, either kitchen, up main stairs. It's usually up main stairs or through bar. That's two of the places you most commonly see her go through. Of course, we're seeing Cade get banned as well, which, no surprise, of course, you want to be keeping him off the board. And Bandit as well. Of course, you are now seeing Bandit tricking coming back into play, which it's been a long time, been a couple of years, but he's back. And he's here to stay, but not for this game, unfortunately, as we're seeing him getting taken off the board for the game, which is going to make defending any of the top 4 sites a bit more difficult, but no worries, as they're not going for any top 4 sites just yet. Going to be seeing Church and Arsenal be in the first site getting played. And Castle and Mute is getting brought out, which is really giving me an inkling of a potential first and second floor hold as well. We're just going to have to wait and see. Attacking side, nothing too out of the ordinary. Pretty much a very, very similar lineup to last game. Seeing a lot of soft breach getting brought. The issue now, though, when they're on basement, as soon as they figure out they're on basement, surely you have to bring something with either a hard breach charge, or you need to bring a thermite as well. With Hibana off the board, you need more hard breach capability, because if your hard breacher dies, well, you're in the mud. And I mean, Ace, you can only open one of those hatches, so you're going to really be needing more than that, of course, unless they have, well, a plan to negate that altogether and just get into the site as quickly as possible and whatnot. Yeah, and there it is. My suspicions were correct. They are holding on to bar.
Attackers are moving out to locate.
Of course, the attackers will know this. Want to see that castle barricade. Very interesting setup, though. I cannot lie. With the castle barricade in bar, where they've placed it, it does restrict them a little bit. I feel like the usual is to place it where Capcan is now, instead of a normal barricade. This is very confusing, I must say. Because even if you do place it on that door, you can still shoot people's feet, and you will be at head height. Oh, and yeah, there we have it. So what I was saying about negating all of that and only bringing an ace, that's what they're doing. And only 2 members on site. Red Cannon's going to hurt himself with a grenade, but Glorious is, well, he knows something's coming. He's got the spider sense, it seems. Red Cannon's going to be going for a second grenade. Just going to be throwing it, not cooking it whatsoever. Maybe causing a bit of a distraction, but if there's no drones, a Glorious could eat up here. I mean, it seems like they're going to be going for the rush, and he knows it's coming. Manages to get none of them. Oh my god, a Glorious. The plant's going down. They're going to have to retreat back to the site. Emerson finds one. The refrags are going back and forth. It's 3 versus 3 already. Callum with the plant is going to get stuck. They're going to have to retreat back to the site and go for a post-plant situation. Northern finds one. Cracked is there to get the recovery. 2 versus 2. And we still have 2 minutes left of the round. And well, they're going to have to hold on now. Noit is moving his way through the site, trying to find a pick on anyone inside of these corners. Greasy Master's going to fall, however. Does he know Noit's location? I don't know if he does. He's going to be made aware now. He finds Cracked with a nice little swing, and it's a 1 versus 1. He knows the location of this last player. He knows the location of TKR King. He's going to go for the swing, potentially, and he's going to chase him. Does he know where he is? Yes, he does, but TKR King with the SMG-12 manages to pick him up, and that's a beautiful first round. And my suspicions were correct. They were just going to negate all that, rush the site, and it seems like they knew what the strategy was by seeing the operator lineup. And it worked out for them in the end. Oh, and to rub some salt in the wound, there's Callum. Rightfully so, as you should. Oh, I'm not too sure what that means. I don't know what language that is, but it could be a slur. It could be something. Who knows? It could be a friendly little message. Maybe gonna need a translator for that one. Alright, they're going to be going to that basement site once again. It's a very similar lineup again. Of course, you're not bringing the Malusi, and I'm not sure who else has changed out. Of course, you've got Arena, you've got Goyo instead. We're still bringing those same 3 operators. I feel like it was such a mistake not to reinforce dirt. That's rule number 1. You need to always reinforce that room. Oh! Can you just open up the scoreboard real quick? Greasy Master? Buddy? Are you okay? Surely that's a violation of the limit. It must be.
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
Okay. So Greasy Master is violating the limit by, well, 100 it seems most of the time. He's on a constant 200 ping, and well, they're gonna have to fix that soon, I do believe, or there could be penalties. But I mean, well, they're losing anyway, so it seems like it's not really benefiting them in any way, shape, or form. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the old Fnatic team. Whenever they played anyone, because they always had over 100 ping. It wasn't fair for them, of course. That's why they never won anything. They even got relegated from the respective league as well. Very unfortunate. But well, we're not here to talk about Fnatic and their downfall. We're here to talk about Eternity and Arctic VULPES on the second round now. Seems like, well, they are more prepared for this rush this time around, so it's not going to be happening. I do like the hold they've got here, though. It's such long angles, but attack weapons, you've got 2 times scopes, 2.5s. Defenders don't have that. Tiki arcing with the quick peeks does quite a bit of damage to Nordest. They got the same weapon. Greasy Master with his amazing ping finds one. Nordest does fall to cracked, however. Oh, Red Cannon seems... I feel like he might be contesting Greasy Master here. And I mean, if there is multiple complaints, we're going to have to do something about it, surely. But for now, we're going to be carrying on. But no, he just wasn't ready for something, it seems, so never mind. C4 is going to be ripped and thrown, but no, because of course, they are still on the floor above that. Goyo shield is... the Goyo canister, sorry. It's not a shield anymore, I keep forgetting that. Well, I don't... Wow. Anyway, that's going to be exploded, of course. It's going to deny the area, but I mean... It's not really going to be stopping any of the attackers. If they've not made much progress downstairs just yet, we're going to be seeing the hatch getting opened by these Ace Selmas. Of course, this only leaves one of them available to them. But of course, 2 hard breach charges still in the pocket of Ultra. Something I wasn't aware of, and I mean, I guess I'm just a boomer with this game. I didn't realise that each operator now gets 2 of the hard breach charges, which I guess that's on me. Ow. So everyone gets 2 claymores and 2 hard breach charges. You know, the more you know. Honestly, Glorious is almost getting hurt by his own thing. Oh, he almost finds the head of the player prone at the hatch. Just not the case. Callum knows he's there. If he moves an inch, the AK-12 bullets will surely meet his skull. But I mean, Ultra's gonna fall to a Capcan trap. That's not what you want to see. And I mean, Greasy Master could make a play here. He's been chucked inside a strip this entire time. Can he make a play from it? Yes, he can as he finds Callum. He just falls right after. But even still, bringing it even. The revive's going to come in, leaving Ultra on 20 HP. But with 10 seconds left on the clock, the Dokkaebi gadget, the phone calls are going up. He manages to still hit the Capcom trap after staring it. They're in a rush now. Trade comes in from both sides. Do they have the diffuser? Yes, they do. The plant's going down. Tiki King manages to find one, and there's no way they win this round. No, he's going to go for the swing, but no! Tiki King finds him as well, and a round that the VULPES really should not have won in any way. They've managed to pull out the bag, and I really don't know what's just happened there. Callum, I'm on the same page there, mate. I don't know how you managed to win that. That was an eternity. That had eternity written all over it. They really need to change the site now. That's 2 in a row they've lost, and they are going to be. Alright, so they're going to be moving to a gym bedroom, and I mean, something I was talking about, I don't think I've talked about this yet, never mind. I feel like I've been talking about everything on my own, you know. Just so much going on in my head whilst solo casting, it's not very fun. I'm basically out of breath. I'm joking, but anyway. I feel like for this site, with me anyway, and with quite a lot of Pro League teams, if not most, you usually see a castle get brought for this site, which, well, for this time around, it's not going to be the case. We are going to be seeing a switch on the attacking side, seeing that thermite get brought this time around, which is quite confusing for me, if I'm being honest. Of course, they could have done that when they were in basement, they didn't. But, well, did it matter? No, of course not. They managed to win both rounds anyway. I do like the ambition of Eternity, however, with the range of the defences that they're going for. But regardless, it's not worked in any of the 2 rounds played so far. So, again, I said this for last game. I said it for the last game as well on Border. Maybe they need to simplify. Maybe they need to reel it in a little. Of course, we are only 2 rounds in. They've still got plenty of rounds to play with. They can still win this side 4-2. So, can't really speak too early on. The Ace Elmer's going to be opening up the wall on construction single, which could be making playing that mirror window a little bit difficult, of course, if they decide to throw yet another one onto the mirror window. We're seeing Knight playing at the top of the red stairs behind the shield. Red Cannon's going to be losing a little bit of damage across the map. Well, not much being done just yet. Of course, we've seen a few walls get open, but it's going to be CCTV control that they want to be establishing early on. A grenade is going to find one, but the refrag is there. The stream's gone pixelated, but it doesn't matter because Knight, he's going to be swinging out. Going to be fine in that pick, bringing Eternity in the advantage. Cracked seems to be dead in real life, and he's going to be getting taken down by Knight. Now, bringing it to a 4 versus 2. I am very confused what happened there as he lagged out. I'm not too sure. He wasn't moving, wasn't on a drone. We'll have to find out later on. Well, Red Cannon, Ultra, in a 2 versus 4. We've seen Red Cannon show us his capability in the last map. Ultra as well, managing to get some incredible picks. But can they do this? Still got 4 members to find. They've got 1 minute and 15 seconds, so that's a decent amount for them. The mirror window is going to be their first challenge that they have to overcome. Question is, can they? As I mean, they're getting shot from construction as well, and a glorious takes down Ultra, leaving Red Cannon all alone in this mission to find these picks. He jumps outside, but well, the sound cue has now been heard by the side of Eternity. Knight is going to be the one being the aggressor in this engagement, but that mirror window is still so prevalent, still such an issue for them, and I don't really think he's going to be able to do anything here, but does almost take down Knight. It's an even damage trade, but he knows there's going to be someone flanking here. Can he find the pick? Yes, he can. A beautiful read, but Knight's going to be there to collect him anyway from the construction jump out. And that's what they needed. They needed to switch up the site. They needed to go somewhere else, and they did, and they managed to pull out around for it. So maybe this is a sign to avoid that for now, unless you've got a different strategy. And here it is, bar and staged, a site that, well, you see getting brought out quite a bit more often nowadays. I mean, the least played site on this map is actually, well, in higher level, is actually CCTV, which back in the day, that was the #1 site for every team, and now, well, it's not. Well, it's just not. No one plays it anymore. Well, they do, but it's not very often. Bar and stage, it's a very interesting site, though. You need so much coordination to be able to pull this off. You need top 4 control. You need to be able to hold on to the multiple angles. And I mean, there's just so many ways the attackers can push this site. It's absurd. But you could go for a quick rush potentially. Greasy Master, something needs to be done here. I'm sorry, but the fact he's got 2 kills with this ping is unbelievable. I feel bad for him, but I also feel bad for the opposing team because I don't know if he peeks around corners quicker or not. Or if, like, there's a delay or something. I'm not too sure how this is going to be working. Until I see a contestant from the other team, though, I guess we're going to have to let it stand for now. Oh. We've just seen Ultra catch out Emma Term just casually sat there on his phone. Don't know what he's playing. I'm trying to... What do you think he's playing on his phone? Give me a game. Telling you now, it's not PUBG Mobile. Alrighty. So yeah, like I said, you're going to be really spread out as a defensive side here, because there's just so many places you need to hold if you want to successfully defend. Of course, your top 4 is the most detrimental, and Nordis is going to be finding the first and a second onto Red Cannon. Does manage to get there taken down by Cracked, but that's a beautiful first 2 picks, taking down the hard breach as well as the entry fragger on the Yana. Red Cannon down as well. You still have the soft breaches, you still have hard breach charges, so it can still be fixed with those 2, but we'll just have to wait and see. That mirror window once again in play, and it's going to be so detrimental. They're going to have to, if they want to successfully get past this, you really need to rotate to the hatch. You really need to start putting pressure on and enable a pinch. If not, well, you're going to fall to the hands of him, unfortunately. But it seems like they may just do that, unless they are going for a rotate. I'm not too sure from this angle. It seems like, yeah, they're going to be going into, yeah, they're going to be attacking bar directly now, but I love these cross angles. I love the amount of holes they've got open here to enable both defenders to peek onto them at once, and it's a really nice angle. I don't know if they'll see it, as well with this hatch open, it allows every single member of the side of Eternity to rotate quickly. Probably starts going to get in use, Crack's going to lose the engagement, almost to Greasy Master, just managed to pick him up, however, which is something I really didn't expect happening. The wall's now been breached. Emma sat quietly in the corner. Knight managed to find Crack to have a pick him up with the last remaining HP. Ultra with a refrag onto Knight though. Bringing it to a 2 versus 2 with 55 seconds left. Surely they know that there's still a player above. Surely they know that a Glorious wouldn't have left just yet. I don't know if the drone saw him. I feel like it did. I feel like it's a ploy. If it's not though, that's a huge mistake from the side of the VULPES. We'll just have to wait and see with 35 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to make something happen. Yes, he does know that there's a potential for there to be a player above. They know he's above, in fact, and yes! I'm not sure if they knew he was there initially, but they managed to pick him up regardless, leaving a Glorious above in a 1 versus 2. Something that I really didn't see happening as they were ahead. The Lions Gang coming in to, of course, stop him from moving for now. The hatch drop will be heard. Going to be going for the potential spray in just a moment. Yes, he is. The C4 goes up. Will it find its mark? No, it doesn't, because TPR King is just faster. Oh, you could hear there. I was on my last breath. Are you on to the VULPES now? Last round. It seems like there's been 2 rounds now where I don't really know if they should have been winning that, but they did. And well, it's interesting to see because Eternity could be the ones 3-1 up here, but it's not the case, and it's unbelievable. TKR King flexing his KD at the moment, 7.0 so far in this game. In 4 rounds, getting 7 kills, that is incredible for him. He's blasting off. He's getting away from the rest of his team. Just look at this. So you've got, of course, Cracked on a good amount of kills. He's on a good amount of kills. Your anti-fragger, 1 and 4. But that doesn't matter. Because, well, he's picking up your pieces. He is showing that he is the king so far in this map. But later on, we're going to have to see, well, from now, we're going to have to see the rest of the team start to pick up the pace, of course, as, well, if Eternity decide to wake up at any point in this matchup, well, it's going to cause problems for the side of the VULPES.
5 seconds to insertion.
They managed to win out 1 map. They can surely win out another if they play just as well. Going to be seeing the basement site getting played once again, and I mean, like I said earlier on, it's dangerous, especially when they're going for the same setup. It's not really something you want to be seeing, and we're going to be seeing an unreinforced dirt once again. Of course, all the reinforcements have been used, but do you really need to leave dirt undefended? I feel like it's crucial, because it allows rushes like that to come in. But of course, they're not going for the rush this time. They're playing a bit more methodical. They know it's a one and done. They're going to be playing quite carefully, just doing the usual, taking control of the map before starting to push away down. Seeing Greasy Master once again playing inside a strip, which of course the attacking side should know that there's a potential for a player to be here this time, as well as we saw the last time around. He managed to use that to his advantage and find a pick. We're going to be seeing the vertical getting played now by Crash, as well as Ultra on the book and the sledge. Knight playing inside of the stage. Now looking up towards the defenders. Going to go for a C4 and almost finds Cracked. He almost ran into it, but Knight gets stuck on a beer crate and has been killed by Cracked, showing that he is indeed cracked. Wow, that was terrible. I will be resigning right now, so it's been fun. But anyway, half the round been played. They've got an opening pick. They're taking control of the map quite swiftly, taking control of bar now. But once again, right, please tell me, oh my god, lads, you died from him last time, and he's there again. You've not realised he's there. Please, can you do something about it? Can we just see where he is? Or is he... Oh, he is gone. No, he's not gone. He is there. Greasy Master once again going for the flank. Will he be able to find anything? Let's find out. Yes, he will. These lads really need to pick it up because he's just managed to find 2 picks. VULPES, you can't be letting this happen, lads. What are you doing, Glorious? He decided he wanted to be an attacker for a minute there. Very confused there as well. It was even. And he's just rushed upstairs to try get some picks. But, well, it's falling back into the favour of Arctic Vulpes in a round that, well, it seemed like it could have been won. But by eternity, but no. Stupid mistakes getting made. It seems like individual plays that aren't very smart is what's losing them these rounds. Of course, we've seen it twice now. We've seen the man, the myth, the legend, Greasy Master, manage to play in strip, swing around, and get one or more picks both times, and they still lose the round. It's unbelievable to me. Right, they need to just avoid that site at all costs if that's the case, or just switch up your strategy because it's really not working out for you. Again, I do have to have some words with Vulpes though. You died from him the last time around. You've not joined it again, and he's managed to get some picks yet again. You can't be making that same mistake twice, lads. But I mean, you've won the round. I could say it doesn't matter, but it does. Because, well, this is one game, yes, it's only one series, but you can't really be bringing this into games in the future, because that is what breaks the team apart eventually.
5 seconds remaining.
You know what else breaks a team apart, or should be breaking a team apart? A mirror. We've seen it happen, especially on Logi. It's been so crucial, so beneficial to the round that Eternity have won. Can that be the case again? Of course. They're losing 4-1 on Clubhouse events. Not really something you want to be seeing. Of course, I will always say Clubhouse is more defender-sided. But, I mean, it's up to individual preference, I guess. But the 3-3 split would have been nicer for them. Not available anymore. The best they can do is 4-2. And, well, it seems like it might not be the case, as Knight is the first one to fall to the hands of Callum on the 8 as he's opened up the breach inside of CCTV. Garage control can now be established. And they're making quick work of this map so far. The Prisma's going to be locating Callum outside. He's going to keep shooting it seems. Oh my god! Cracked him a beautiful frag grenade below. Absolutely takes Greasy Master out of the world. Callum looks away at the wrong time and he's allowed Nordes to stay alive as he's retreating back to the red stairs after a grenade has tapped his noggin. The phone is going to be ringing as well as he's moving his way downstairs, trying to find the player below. And, well, a Glorious has fallen as well. That mirror is not going to be making any impact this time around. Emmaterm and Nordes, the last two members standing for the side of Eternity. Nordes taking an engagement so far away from sight. It's unbelievable. But basically a 1 versus 5. Capcan's trap finds one, however. And it's all on Nordes. His trap has found one. Can he find any? That is the question. Just to think. He's over half the round left. Of course, Ultra's down, so potential 3 versus 1. Unless he does get revived. And it seems like his team hate him. They're not wanting to revive him at this point. He's just sat there in a frost mat. And, well, he's just going to be chilling. And, yep, there he is. Frag grenade's going to go out. And, I mean, if it does any damage, he's dead. And it rolls down the stairs. It would have got him 100%. But it's Red Cannon instead. Come around with his bullets. And just spray him up with 1 or 2. And it's done. 5-1. Well, that's not looking good for Eternity. I won't lie. 5-1. One more round. And, well, they're on match point, series point. This is not the first map. This is not close in any way. Cracked is throwing more shade at the side of Eternity, asking if the Capcan was just hiding the entire round. Trying to get in the heads, and it might be working, honestly, because, well, they've won 1 round on the defense. Not looking good, and, well, the Arctic Vulpes are seeming to be the superior team thus far, but, I mean, it can be pulled back. Just look what happened last game when Vulpes pulled it back from Eternity. We could see the reverse of that happening this time around, but it is looking ever so slight and less likely. Something that we're seeing for the first time here is the Thatcher, our main man who we saw banned for 3 years straight. I feel like because he was just banned all the time, and then he got nerfed. Why would you nerf my boy? He can't even get played, and you nerfed him.
5 seconds to go.
It's not fair. What's he gonna do about his laser sights now, eh? And his GPS satellites? Who knows? Anyways. Potentially the round that brings it into match point. We're going to see if Eternity can do any better on their attacks as they did the defenses. And I mean, they're making quick work of the map so far. I mean, just 20 seconds in and they've already taken and established the garage control. Going to start to make their way up to CCTV. Have they droned it? That's my question. Or are they just going for a rush? Frag grenade is going to get thrown over the top. But no, there is an ADS in place. Second one is soon to follow. Is there another one? I'm not too sure. Yes, there is. Unbelievable scenes there. I wouldn't have expected that. I won't lie. Actually, a third one is gonna destroy the mute demo, but Red Cannon is there to find the first pick of the round on tonight. And, well, they've still got a lot of progress to make. Frag on the yarn is gone. Still, though, full remaining members can potentially make an impact. Red Cannon's playing really aggressively thus far. Going out to swing the breach, not managing to find anyone, of course, as he has relocated since. I love the positioning that we're seeing VULPES hold, because, well, as you can see, thus far it has been a one-sided attack from Eternity. Of course, we have seen now the Thermite rotate to Jacuzzi forward and open that up, but even still, it's not much variety for them, and Greasy Master gets taken down, and the revive's going to be able to get made potentially if he can get in a safe position, which is really unfortunate. Going to be trying to get back into the site. Nordes is holding onto the site window. Aglorious finds him, and it's technically a 3 versus 3, but he can't collect the kill, and Red Cannon's there to swing round. You got greedy for the kill, and you get picked off yourself. 3 versus 2. Make it a 1 versus 2 out of nowhere. A 1 versus 1 now. Nordes against Ultra. Who is the better man? Of course, Nordes is on a much better KD this game. Ultra, can he pick up the pieces, bring them to match point, and almost bring them home? Question is, are they aware that the member is still down? Do they know Cracked is still on the floor? I mean, 50 seconds, he's got time. He does have time. Both drones still alive as well. He's trying to find the location of Ultra. Not managed to see anything just yet, though. Going to be jumping his way into construction. You can see the blood trail. He can't hit the camera. Oh, no. He does manage to get it finally. Jumps back outside. And now he's aware that it's a 1 versus 1. Potentially playing more confidently now. They're just throwing so much shade. I do believe he saw his arm there, which is going to be potentially difficult. But no, he does manage to see the drone, and I don't think he knows he's moved. Going to be opening up the wall. Seems to open the castle barricade as well. Going to be going for the rotate. Playing some mind games here, but can he find the pick? He's going to be going for the swing, but the shotgun in hand finds the pick, and Ultra wins the round for the VULPES, bringing them on to match and series point. You really never want to be peeking a shotgun there in that close of an engagement. 95% of the time you aren't losing that, unless of course you are the quickest man in the West, as we saw on Border earlier on. I don't even remember who that was. It was one of the members of Eternity, though. It was an unreal peak. I think it was it was Amateur, I think, yeah, because he was playing the Ace. Yeah, I do remember. It was on Archives. But anyway, that's irrelevant at this point. They lost that map. Potentially about to lose this one too, and that's not really what they want, of course. I mean, if I remember correctly, they're in 5th so far, whereas VULPES 7th. So, it's not going to be great for them, I won't lie. They really need to pick up this round, end with a draw. Both get some points, but at this stage, is it likely? No, of course not. It's 6-1. They need 5 consecutive rounds in a row. And I'm expecting VULPES to start to do some really crazy stuff, because they can. They've got so much time, so many rounds that they can afford to lose. And I mean, you know, I think they're going to start playing some interesting things. Look at Cracked. Look at our man playing the Kavira. If we see an interrogation this round, this is going to be incredible, honestly. Going to be getting in his... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, so VULPES go above Eternity then, yeah, if they win. And, well, it seems that's going to be the case, because Emma, your hard breacher is down. You still have 2 hard breach charges, but is it enough? Probably not. And the Capcan shot finds Knight as well. Oh, my God. The Amari rush has fallen so fast. Now all we need to complete the perfect 3, a spawn peek, a Capcan trap kill, is an interrogation. Nordes is going to be trying to go for a rush. He managed to find TKR King. Can he find a second? Yes, he can. Potentially a third onto the Azami here with the ACS-12. But nope, the Lion Scan's going to go out. Cracked is now stuck in position. Going to go for a rotate, but all of a sudden, it's a 3 versus 3 from what was a 5 versus 3 with 2 very nice kills by the hand of Nordes. Oh, but no, he's... Oh my, there it is! The interrogation I've been talking about has been made, and that's 3 for 3. Everything I wanted to happen this round has happened, and it seems like this is a done deal. This game is potentially over as a glorious falls as well. Greasy Master, the man with the ping, in a 1 versus 3 on top of the roof. Yes, he's got the time. I mean, his lag surely won't help him out here. And well, this should be VULPES overtaking Eternity in this game, in this series completed. Unfortunate one for them, unless he can bring it back. I mean, we saw it before. We saw, I do believe, who was it last time? Was it Nordes? I think it was Nordes getting the 1 versus 5. Yes, it was. Can he get a 1 versus 3? Not as difficult. But I mean, with Kavira on the board, you've got to always check over your shoulder. Pings are coming in, so he knows there's someone nearby. As long as the intel's there, he should be able to get it. But, oh no, look who it is. It's the Kavira tucked away inside of the bathroom, in the shower. Oh no, potentially getting ready to make a play. Will he see her? Yes, he will, and he can pick her up, pick her off the board. 50 seconds, he's still got time. It's becoming more and more likely, but the thing that scares me is that ACS 12 in the hands of Callum. Because that will absolutely tear you to shreds. No more Capcan traps should be available, as we saw Amaru die, and the other 2 get destroyed by Nordes on the Ash. Going to be going for a spray onto the Void, it seems, as well. His ping is spiking once again. Unfortunate for him, unfortunate for us. Not really something I want to be watching. Going to be trying to pushing into the site. The ACS 12 is going to rip some of his health away. He's almost getting red cannon, however. Is he going to go for the knife? But the team kill and the final pick is there to end the game, and a beautiful 7-1 for the Arctic VULPES. That was unreal. You see what I mean when I said that could shred? Well, it did. It shredded both his teammate and him. And I mean, Arctic VULPES, Kavira standing tall at the front. And that's going to be the Series 1. And now we're seeing Arctic VULPES overtake the side of Eternity in the leaderboard. Well, anyway, that is going to be it from me. I've been excellent, and it's been quite a decent series, I must say. The first map was incredible, the second map not so much. But I hope you guys tune in next time for our next matchup. You can check it